everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited about today's video because we are finally kicking off our Christmas decorating, and as you can see I have my table full behind me because we are going to be starting in my kitchen. I'm going to be working on my hutch today and a few other little areas, so I'm so excited to start decorating for Christmas this year, and I hope that you are here for it and you are excited. If you're not quite ready to decorate for Christmas in your home, then you can hopefully just get some motivation and inspiration from this video, and then watch it again whenever you get ready to decorate your own home. But I have shared before that I definitely decorate in the farmhouse theme for Christmas, but I also love just the traditional Christmas colors, the reds. I love red, it's one of my favorite colors, so definitely like to incorporate that at Christmas time. So we are going to get started decorating, and I can't wait to bring you along, and I hope that you enjoy. Before we get started, I want to take just a second to share that this video is in collaboration with Vintage Southern Belle Nicole Cole. So I'm going to take just a minute and let her introduce herself to you, and then we will get to decorating.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love. I kept on looking, but everyone's such a bore.
Okay, before we start decorating, I kind of want to walk you through the items that I am going to be using. At the top of my hutch, I always do my Christmas tree farm across the top. So that's what I will be starting with. So a lot of these trees are going up there. And then I usually put this little berry garland in front of it and a sign in the middle. But most of these trees came from Hobby Lobby. I picked these up from Dollar Tree this year. There is a section of these trees, like all of these I found at Dirt Cheap last year, all these like glass trees, as well as these that have the branches kind of folded down. I found all those for 50 cents last year at Dirt Cheap, and I've looked again this year, but they didn't have any more. But all of these other trees and all of these like fake small green trees came from Hobby Lobby. A couple of these came from Old Time Pottery. Most of these I've had, but I did pick up a few this year. And then I've kind of just grouped things together of like items. Like I put all of my Christmas mugs together right there. All of these, as well as this pile, are signs or like little red truck decor. I decorate with a lot of red trucks, as well as like the red and black buffalo check. So that whole section right there is signs and red trucks. I have a few wreaths right here in this chair. I don't know if I'll use all of them up here, but I put them over here just in case. I have a few like just random items. I don't know if I will use all of them, but I grouped all of my random items together. These are Christmas canisters that belong to my husband's grandmother. I always put them in my hutch. And then here are some of my new items, my sleighs, my bells, things that I want to try to put in there as well. So I just kind of wanted to give you an overview of the different items that I'm probably going to be putting in my hutch. Not all of these will go in there, and I have other areas that I decorate as well with some of these items, but I just brought out everything that I thought I might use in my hutch. So let's go ahead and get started decorating because we have a lot to do. Every year when I am decorating for Christmas, I always play NSYNC's Home for Christmas album. There is a special reason why, and I'll share with you that in a little bit later in the video. But we're going to get started at the top of my hutch with my Christmas tree farm, and I like to put this Farm Fresh Christmas tree sign in the middle, and then I'm just going to work my way on either side of it, adding all of my different trees. And I'll show you the trees that I'm putting up there before I place them. Just so you can kind of see them as I'm putting them on top of my hutch. I absolutely love my Christmas tree farm. We started doing this a few years ago. My husband actually usually does it for me, but he is out of town this weekend that I'm decorating, so I was really proud of myself that I was able to do this by myself, and I really love how it turned out. It's always so beautiful. So like I shared in the beginning of this video, this is a collaboration with Vintage Southern Belle, Nicole Cole, and I'm so thankful to her for doing this collaboration with me today. We are actually from the same kind of community. We are from the same area in South Alabama and connected through YouTube. So such a small world, and I'm so excited to be doing this collaboration with her today. She's going to be decorating her kitchen as well. So definitely make sure you go over and check out her channel after you finish watching today's video.
Then you know it's Christmas when the snow starts to fall.
So now I'm moving to the other side of my hutch, and I'm kind of just mirroring what I've done on the left side. Even if the trees are not the same color, I have like different or like kind of the same texture on each placement because I want it to flow together but also not look identical. So they're just mirrored and each side looks similar, so I really like how it turns out.
And then it's Christmas Day, the joyful times we witness forever stays with us. Soon Rudolph hears his whistle and gathers all his friends. When Santa and his missus wraps the final gift, you know it's time for Christmas for each and every one.
And now for the more tricky part, trying to get this berry garland to stay on here. This was definitely harder than placing the trees, but I got it to stay, which you'll see at the very end. I noticed on either end there was a thumbtack, which I'm assuming Kenny probably put that in last year when he put this up for me. So just kind of getting it to go. Once I got it to sit on there, the berries and things bend pretty easily, so I was able to work with it a little bit better. But just getting this up there and getting it to stay, I was very proud of myself for getting this done.
It's Christmas Day.
I wanted to step back and make sure it looked good, and I decided to give myself a thumbs up because I was really happy that I was able to do this by myself. But I love how my Christmas tree farm turned out. It's always one of my favorite areas that I decorate each Christmas. Okay, now we're moving on to the inside of my hutch, and I'm going to start with the shelves of items that I know that I'm putting in there first. So I always put these canisters in there. I shared when I was showing you everything on my table, these were my husband's grandmother's canisters, and she passed away a few years ago, so this was something of hers that we got, and I love these canisters. They're so cute and just vintage and just special because they were hers. So on this shelf I put those, and then in front of them I'm going to place some little Santa Claus figurines that were also hers. So I love to display these every Christmas in our home. I put the Santa Clauses on this little riser, but I thought it needed just a touch of traditional decor up there. So on either side, I'm adding little trucks. Moving on to the shelf underneath, I am going to be putting one of my favorite Christmas decor pieces. I got this from Kirkland's several years ago, and it's just so beautiful. So I'm going to be putting it up on this plate stand, and then putting a piece of like fake birch wood in front of it. I decided that I wanted to put something on either side of this picture, so I'm going to be using these bed springs that I got from the antique flea market because I thought they looked like Christmas trees, and you can see I already made the ribbon from one, but I decided to film this other one and show you how I did it. But it was just really simple. I pretty much just tied it in a knot and then made a bow out of it, and then I'm just going to place these on either side of it, and I think it gave it just that little something else that that shelf needed, and also brought some of the buffalo plaid onto that shelf as well. now we're going to the bottom shelf of the middle section, and I am just going to add this wreath that I thrifted. I actually got this little galvanized tree canister last year at the thrift store, and it would look really pretty with a candle in it. I might add that later. And then I'm just going to add a little sign. I have lots of little signs that have like the red trucks or the plaid on there. I'm also going to be adding this galvanized bell that I got from Walmart, and then one little merry and bright sign in the front. I love how the shelf turned out, and it also brought in some of that galvanized element. Now I am so excited to be styling my Santa mugs, and I knew I wanted them to be at varying heights, so you'll see that I use a few different things to kind of get that look. And I do go back and move them around after a little while because I decided I wanted one in a different area. But I'm just placing them all on this shelf, and then after I get them all placed, you'll see I'm going to add a dolly to one, and then I'm also going to add a few Christmas trees to some. But I really love how it turned out. I'm so glad I started my collection of these. I think they're just precious, and hopefully it's something I can add to every year.
Let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sunset, it is just getting better on
I think this might be my favorite shelf of my whole hutch. I think it just turned out so cute, and I love the way that they're displayed, and I cannot believe that I waited so long to start collecting these. So now moving on to the bottom, I am going to be adding a wreath, a sign, and then also my wicker sleigh. I shared in the beginning of this video that I always like to listen to NSYNC's Home for Christmas CD while I'm decorating for Christmas, and because it was a special thing. So I want to share that story with you now, but at the top you can see that I'm just adding a plate, and I'm also just going to add a few decor pieces to this shelf. Not a lot because there's a lot going on underneath it with the Santa mugs. But going back to my story, whenever I was 9 years old, my pawpaw, which is my mom's dad, was diagnosed with cancer, and less than 3 months after he was diagnosed, he passed away. And he was a very special person to me, a very important person in my life, and losing him at such a young age was very, very difficult. But he actually was sent to MD Anderson in Texas for treatments, and we went to visit him over Thanksgiving break, me and my mom and my brother. And that was actually the last time that I saw him. He passed away early December of that year. But all the way there and all the way back, we listened to that CD. On this shelf, I just added some decor just to kind of balance the colors out everywhere else. On the bottom, I'm adding my bells, my sleigh, and I'm going to put some bells in my sleigh as well. But we listened to that CD all the way to Texas and all the way home. And so every time I hear it, it just reminds me of him. And I was so thankful that we got to go and spend some time with him that week. I definitely have precious memories from that week, but I just wanted to share that story with you. And let me know if you have a Christmas song or just a song in general that makes you have a special memory. That's definitely mine. So as much as I love Christmas and the special time of year that it is, December is also a hard month because it was the month that we lost him. And I just loved him so much. And like I said, he was such an important person in my life. So I know that we're all missing loved ones this holiday season because, you know, we've all lost people that mean so much to us. So I do pray for you during this holiday season that if you're missing someone that you love, that you can just feel close to them. So now I am on my last shelf and I'm just adding this Farm Fresh like glass thing as my backdrop. I'm adding my cookie jar, but it's in the shape of a truck. I'm also going to add a bell and a tree. I'm leaving it pretty simple on the top of this shelf too because there is a lot going on the surrounding shelves. Okay, and now I'm just going to show you what the hutch looks like when it is all decorated. Like I shared, it's one of my favorite areas to decorate for Christmas, and having it done just gets me motivated to get the rest of my house decorated now too. This is going to be my Decorate for Kitchen Part 1. I still have a lot of areas left in my kitchen to decorate. My next video, we're going to be decorating my hot cocoa bar, but we've got to do my gingerbread tree and other areas in my kitchen. So the last thing I'm going to do beside my hutch, I have these little embellishments on my wall, and I'm just going to add a Christmas wreath to them so that they can be all festive for the holiday too. So I hope that you enjoy coming along and decorating my kitchen hutch with me for Christmas. I love how it turned out. My hutch is always one of my very favorite places to decorate for each season. So I wanted to go ahead and get it done first. So I hope that you will consider subscribing if you're new. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you have your bell notifications turned on so that YouTube will hopefully alert you each time I post a new video. I have a new video coming out Sunday, and we're going to be decorating my Christmas hot cocoa bar and a few other areas in my kitchen. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss all the Christmas videos coming. Don't forget to click on the link down below in my description box and head over to Vintage Southern Belle and check out Nicole's channel. I know you will get lots of inspiration. I can't wait to see her home all decorated for Christmas. She truly is so talented, and I know that you will really love her content as well. I can't wait for this holiday season and to bring you all along for it. I hope you all have a very blessed day, and I'll see you in the very next one, friends. Bye.